The music career of NBA YoungBoy is in its most concerning state. The chances of YoungBoy being sentenced to 20 plus years in prison is very high. Now this is something that we need to speak about, so let's get straight into it. So many people are concerned about NBA YoungBoy, and there's many reasons why. Now at NBA YoungBoy's last court hearing, the judge officially ruled NBA YoungBoy to be too reckless and dangerous as a human being to be released on house arrest or even to be released on bail until his court trial starts. Now NBA YoungBoy was indicted by a grand jury on March 10th. He was charged with 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as well as 1 count of possession of a firearm that's not registered on the National Firearms Registration List. So due to those official charges, a judge deemed NBA YoungBoy not suitable to be out on the streets until his trial starts, as NBA YoungBoy could be a dangerous human being to have out to the public. Now in the courtroom on that day, there was also 2 photos showed of NBA YoungBoy to the entire court to further prove their point. Now in these photos, NBA YoungBoy is seen holding a firearm while taking a photo with a minor, as well as sitting on a car recording a music video flashing around a firearm that had a magazine inside of it. Now NBA YoungBoy ended up responding to the courtroom by saying, and I quote, "I can leave my kids millions of dollars to divide, but I can't give them the time that they truly deserve. Nobody understands me, they never did. Sometimes I don't even understand myself, but that's fine because I'm okay. I ain't looking for you to feel sorry for me, but I do ask for one thing. And that's for you to let me suffer in peace and tell Miss Wendy Williams I say she has a good soul and that she's a beautiful woman. I can see through all of the bad comments thrown at her. Tell her to count her blessings and stay in good spirits. Sincerely, NBA YoungBoy." So as of right now, it is being rumored that NBA YoungBoy will be facing around 15 to 20 years in prison, which could in some cases be considered a life sentence. Now, this message from NBA YoungBoy is what made so many fans very concerned. Luckily though, there's allegedly going to be a message from NBA YoungBoy in his new album that's releasing soon, speaking about the situation through a jail phone. Now here's what I believe and what many people believe that message will be about. Now the theory is that the message from NBA YoungBoy will be him speaking about his charges and how law enforcement want NBA YoungBoy arrested so badly. So badly to the point where his music career will literally be in critical condition. Now law enforcement wants NBA YoungBoy so bad, and if you don't believe me, there's an actual operation team made just for NBA YoungBoy. This operation was called, and I quote, "Never Free Again." Now this operation was created by law enforcement and the FBI, and its main goal was to have NBA YoungBoy behind bars for 10 years in prison for the crimes that he has committed. So this starts from NBA YoungBoy being arrested around 14 to 16 times within the last few years. Now I know you think I'm joking, but you can make a scrapbook of all of his mugshots. It's that crazy. So NBA YoungBoy is realistically a 0 to 5% chance of being released until the trial starts. But it's practically his fault. Now why it's his fault, you might ask? Well, NBA YoungBoy was told by law enforcement to turn himself into jail for his trial to start for a court case that was supposed to happen a year ago. Now NBA YoungBoy then decided to hide away from law enforcement, and this made the FBI get involved, which then created the operation team. Now NBA YoungBoy was leaving his mansion in his vehicle, without knowing that down the street, the FBI and law enforcement were doing a stakeout on his mansion, waiting for him to leave. NBA YoungBoy was then spotted leaving his house and heading onto the highway. He was directed to pull his car over to the side of the road. At first, NBA YoungBoy was listening. YoungBoy then pulled his vehicle over to the side of the road as an FBI agent was signaling him to do that. Once both cars were at full complete stops, NBA YoungBoy was looking through his rearview mirror, waiting for the FBI agent to just open the door of his vehicle and take one step out of his car. When he did so, NBA YoungBoy then turned back on his vehicle and floored it straight down the highway. That's when a high-speed chase ended up going down on the highway. NBA YoungBoy was going over 120 miles an hour allegedly, and he did end up being arrested for all of this after a on-foot chase by K9 units and a helicopter. Now, for this reason alone, I highly doubt that NBA YoungBoy will be getting any sort of bond, not to mention running from the FBI in the high-speed chase has a very good chance of adding more charges to the original charges that I mentioned earlier. Now, NBA YoungBoy will have to beat the case of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as well as one count of possession of a firearm that's not registered on the National Firearms Registration List. Now, at this current moment in time, it hasn't been confirmed if any sort of extra charges will be getting added onto it. Charges such as running from the FBI, a high-speed chase, and allegedly resisting arrest. Now, the rumor is that on the new NBA YoungBoy album that's releasing soon, he has made multiple songs through the jail phone, where he did interviews with people that worked with him in his music career. Allegedly, he spoke about this situation in a song that he wrote while in jail, and we will be getting full access to everything that's gone on with him. We'll be able to know whether or not that NBA YoungBoy was arrested on actual charges that happened, or is the FBI and law enforcement making up things to make NBA YoungBoy have a longer prison sentence, as they wouldn't create an entire law operation team if they didn't want to make sure he's behind bars. NBA YoungBoy's lawyers strongly believe that he will be getting released from lockup. Law enforcement believe that they got him for good. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens, but if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. It has been District Trending, and I'm out. Peace. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you check out our videos here on the end screen. You're not gonna want to miss them.